Hey everyone. It is Tuesday, June 27th. Um, it's been a long couple of weeks. I don't think I've done a video in like a month or two. I have no idea. I didn't even look first. Where do I start? A couple of weeks ago, I got a phone call from my neurologist office canceling my follow-up because they don't have a provider anymore. Yay. So then they were going to refer me to someone in Portland, and now they have someone that they've hired here in Waterville. So it's going to be like 3 weeks, and then I can get in. Cool. It's fine. When I went to my doctor, I talked about my energy. I went to my primary care and talked about my energy. And she looked at some tests that were done last year, and she said that my B12 is really low. So she started me on a weekly shot of B12. And I've noticed like the day or two before it's time for my shot, I get really tired again. It's kind of crazy. But in that appointment, they asked, the nurse asked, have you experienced any depression in the past 2 weeks? And I was like, yes, I have. So she had me fill out like this little form. And then my doctor looked at it. And then my doctor told me that she's getting done. My primary care. Okay. She was like, please don't cry. Well, if you're moving to Texas like my neurologist, I'm moving. But no, she's just moving to New Hampshire. So she's going to refer me. I'll backtrack. So talking about my mood for the past few weeks, she actually is going to refer me, or has a referral in for me, to a neuropsychiatrist, which I didn't even know this exists. I kind of wish that someone had mentioned this like 10 months ago. But basically it's a branch of psychiatry where they deal a lot with things that are associated with a mechanical issue, not necessarily a chemical issue. So that'll be helpful, I think, for someone to kind of give me some tools and to understand what's happened in my brain and that kind of thing. So with all of that, she said that she does want to see me before she leaves. So I have an appointment in end of July, maybe, to follow up with her and see how I'm doing. And then she's going to refer me to somebody else locally. And we talked about, what I look for in a doctor and what she thinks I need and that kind of thing. So she has someone in mind, which is nice. So I haven't gotten an appointment yet for the neuropsychiatrist. And I got a letter in the mail that I have a follow-up with the electrophysiologist. So I'm probably going to have to change my medication on that one because I'm still having some racing heart here and there. And those are the big things for the doctor stuff. My endurance is just garbage. It's friggin' garbage, and it makes me so mad. I'm still taking a nap every day. When I get energy, I like take advantage of it, but then I feel like I pay the price for like a week. So Saturday, I went to Old Navy and got a couple of flip-flops because they were on sale, and came back, took a nap, went and visited a friend of mine in the hospital and had dinner. And Sunday I didn't do much. I putted around the house, folded some laundry, that kind of thing. And then yesterday, Monday morning, I went to work. And wait, I feel like I had an appointment in the morning. I don't know. No, I didn't. Well, I went to work and I was there for an hour and a half. And I suddenly got very dizzy, very nauseous, really hot. And I got tingling in my left leg. It went like down the side, across the front, and to the bottom of my foot. Which I haven't had nerve pain. I have had nerve pain. Excuse me. I haven't had a pinched nerve. So But what I do know of pinched nerves is it doesn't move around like that. And it's not like across half the thigh, and it wouldn't be like across the front of my shin and that kind of thing. So and I just didn't feel right, and that's what happened before my stroke last year. I just didn't feel right. So I called my primary care. She was off, and I talked to a medical assistant, and she said to take it easy and go home and take a nap. What? No. No. I mean, part of me was like, I don't really want to go to the hospital, but when she said that, I was like, even with my history, she's like, oh, you probably just need to rest. And I was like, the tingling though, that stresses me out. She's like, well, if it gets worse, go to the hospital. Well, if you're not familiar with stroke, I'll introduce you to some cool information. There's something called TPA. And if you are having a stroke and it's within 3 hours of the onset of the stroke, they can give you this TPA in the emergency room, and it can prevent your stroke, or it can prevent it from getting worse. So after I got off the phone with her, I was like, wait a second, if I need TPA, I need to go to the hospital now. So I talked to my mom, and my mom was like, yeah, go to the hospital. So I went to the emergency room. I wasn't as dizzy at that point, so I felt comfortable driving. And CJ met me at the emergency room. The doctor did neurological tests, so they tested the drifting of the arms and like my strength and fingers and all that kind of stuff, and my eyesight, my vision, because they do like this stuff. And then he did like, what am I doing with my finger? And I was like, wiggling it. Oh, that's a new one. So he said, I don't see any neurological signs of a stroke. So I'm not concerned from that perspective. So they said it was vertigo. I mean, I kind of have vertigo since my stroke. I get dizzy randomly, but dizzy, nauseous, tingling. And I was like, it's more the tingling in my leg that freaked me out, not necessarily the dizziness and the nausea. And he said that could be the way you were sitting. And it did start to get better before I left the emergency room. So he's like, it wouldn't get better if you were having a stroke. I was like, okay, that's a good point. And at that point, my mom had come down. So they discharged me, and I came home and I slept for 2 hours because I was exhausted. This is at 4:30 in the afternoon. I mean, I was exhausted. And then I slept for like 8 hours last night. And I got up this morning and I had a headache, and I had physical therapy, and I was still exhausted. I had a chiropractor appointment, and I came home and took a nap. So yesterday was a little scary, but I'm really glad that it wasn't a stroke. Another one on the opposite side. Oh my God. That would have been terrible. One other thing that my mom thought it could be is a painless migraine. I don't generally get painless migraines, but she does. And she gets problems in her limbs with hers. So, potentially, because dizziness and nausea, I get that with my migraines. I don't know. It was just really strange. And once I get a neurologist, once somebody starts and has an appointment for me, I'm going to bring that up. It was just really odd, and it just concerned me. Physical therapy has been going really well. We're contemplating whether or not I should ask for more appointments. Getting off the floor is still something that's really a struggle. I'm working on jogging. I jogged outside today on uneven pavement. It was very slow, but I did it. OT, I only have one more appointment for OT. She said that everything I'm kind of doing in my daily life is, is all of the things that we would address. And the fatigue part is just something that will come in time. So, I type a lot and my hand gets tired. It's just the nature of the beast at this point. That's it. I'm kind of winded now because I talked a lot. But I wanted to get this all in under 10 minutes, so I did okay. I will try not to be a stranger. I will talk to you all soon, I think.